what I wanted to share this poem for is I wrote this poem a couple of years ago for this day. And as women, we experience so much in our lives. We take on so many roles and we identify from the moment we're born to the moment we die. And yet there's something untouched by our body, by our gender, by our roles. There's something that remains untouched by our thoughts, our beliefs, the systems we're brought up in. There's something that remains pristine and aware that's untouched, regardless of our emotions and our circumstances. And really this is what I point people to, regardless of gender, male or female. And yet this poem that was written speaks to this. And so as you listen to this poem, I'd ask you to treat it in a way as though it's a meditation, pointing you back home. And so the title of this poem is called She. She started off perfect, whole, genderless. Then the form folded, moulded, and became she, floating in her perfect world, in the womb of woman, surrounded by the warmth, the embrace and love of she. Birthed into the world, she was seen, acknowledged, recognised. Gender was seen, named in the world around. No longer was she as just herself, yet she was still perfect, whole, genderless. There was no sense of identity, no sense of conformity, just flesh and blood, bone and love. Yes, love, for that is who she is and was. Yet the world continued to pour into her the ideas of self, the ideas of she, the ideas of her, the ideas of woman. Struggling to be, these ideas took hold. Even though she was still perfect, whole, genderless, she believed the lie that she was form, that she was identity, that she was now she. A life was grown, built, demolished, and grown and built again. Time and time again, she found herself constructing her life, her roles, believing herself to be this idea, this one, this she, this her, this woman. Crashing again and again against the tide of what she knew herself to be. Always perfect, whole, genderless. The truth was never lost, just pushed into the background. Her heart whispered, hear me, know me, love me. Hear yourself, know yourself, love yourself. Her life kept reflecting love and pain, joy and hate, war and peace. What could she trust in the outward expression of she? At first, she wanted to kick and scream, to rebel. She wanted to be this idea, this her, this she, this woman. Slowly, she listened to her heart, to this love that was swooning within her. The ruthless voice of truth arose within. It showed her everything she was not, everything that was not her, everything that was not woman. She was still perfect, whole, genderless. She listened, she softened, she surrendered, and here she found herself, here all along. Even though the wild ride of her life pointed to her as someone, she saw the truth. that her, she, woman was just an idea. She was still perfect, whole, genderless. Instead of an idea, she discovered that the whole of the universe was contained within her, created and birthed through her, lived here and now as her. She let the sacredness of life live her, be her, feel her, become her. Then her life became an offering of love, a dance of love, a tune of love. Her body became a temple of love. Every fold, molded and curved, became the truth of her. Form or formless no longer defined her. This that she is, here and now, always had been and always will be. Even after the last breath, breathed in and breathed out, this one that was seen and known and lived as she, always perfect, whole, genderless.